Hello my precious jewels, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Julie, and if you like makeup tutorials, makeup hauls, makeup reviews, first impressions, and all things beauty, then you've come to the right channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a trying new makeup video. This video is going to be a little bit longer because I have quite a few new products to introduce to you guys. I'm excited, so hopefully you guys love a trying new makeup video and you will stay tuned for the video. If you love a trying new makeup video, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you've been to the channel before, I know I'm begging already, but if you've been to the channel before and you have not subscribed, I would love it if you would subscribe. Let me just show you quickly the new products that we have to try today. I have the Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightening Concealer. I have it in 2 shades. I also have the About Face Setting Powder. I have it in 3 shades. I love About Face products, so I have their powder in 3 shades. I also have the new Natasha Denona Bloom Palette. We're going to be doing a look with this. I think that we'll do a review in a separate video, but we're going to be doing a first impressions of this palette today. I also have a brush from Morphe. They came out with new brushes, so I have the Morphe M132. I'm always on a hunt for new makeup brushes that will blend out my concealer. Hopefully this brush does the job. I have the Facebond Luminizer in 2 shades. I have High Profile and Space Cowboy. I don't know how these work. I never tried them before, but we're going to try it today. Urban Decay 24-Hour Glide On Eye Pencils. These are in the new nude shades that they came out with for the Waterline. So I have 2 shades. I have Beige Flag and I have Faux Dough. So we'll see. And I have 2 of their Urban Decay Facebond blushes in the shade Situationship and Sunset and Vine. So hopefully that's something you guys are interested in seeing and you will stay tuned for the video. I already did my brows. My skin is moisturized. We're just gonna get started. Of course, I always start with eyes, so that's what we're gonna start with today. I'm always excited when she comes out with a new eyeshadow palette until I see it, and then I get disappointed a lot because the shades that she puts in these palettes are not for deeper skin tones. So hopefully today we have something that will look good on my deeper skin. This is the first time I'm actually looking at this palette in person. If you could see, I never did anything with it. I never swatched it or anything because I got it last week. Actually, a day before it was supposed to come, but I had yard work and stuff that I had to do, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait until I get ready to use it before I even think about it. So that's what we are doing today. I have a lot of neutral tones on today. I have a gray bodysuit on and this neutral color like tannish headband. I needed something to put on my head. I didn't have a gray one, so I was like, all right, let me try. So this palette has 15 shades. It's one of her midi palettes. It retails for $69. It looks like she may have some shades in here that will accommodate us. I'm not gonna do like separate swatches or anything, and I know you guys probably want to see a swatch video with this, and I will swatch it in another video, and I will also, you know, go over the formulas and all of that. But today we're just gonna do an eye look because I have other products that I want to try. So that's what we're doing. I am going to use this shade right here, Floss, F-L-O-S, in my crease. Now the shades are a little powdery, definitely have some kickback, but I really just want to see what the color payoff is like. That's what I want to see. This palette is not supposed to have like any new formulas or anything, so I just really want to see what kind of look I can come up with. I'm usually not disappointed with a lot of her formulas. I'm usually disappointed with her pigmentation. That's what I'm testing for, because if it works on my skin, if the colors show up, that's my concern. A lot of times she puts out products that just don't work for my complexion, and I get really, really disappointed. But this is a really pretty, I don't know if I told you guys before that I am colorblind, so this looks like it is a peachy brown, right? A peachy cool tone brown, if that makes sense. So I'm loving the pigmentation so far. It's looking really good on the skin. Now that is not the darkest shade in the palette. They do have a few more shades that look like they might be a little bit deeper. So that's always good when you try a shadow and there's deeper ones that you can get some depth. to it. So yeah, it's weird because do you see, like, when I put it down it's one shade, and then when I blend it out, it blends out to something else. Wow. I don't know if it's my brush. Let me see, because that was a clean brush, but it did have like a stuck shade on it. So let me just get a different brush because I really want to see why it's turning that color. I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH32. I'm gonna go into the palette again on this eye because I want to see if it changes to be the same color. See how that was all the same color, and when I put it down it was like this, but then once I started to blend it out it kind of changed. So let's see if it's the brush or if it's the actual shade, because that's weird if the shade really changes like that. And this one is one of her creamy mattes, but if you look at it you can see that it actually is doing the same thing. So it wasn't the brush. I was like, maybe because it had a little bit of shadow on it that it was changing. I don't know if it's the actual skin, you know, maybe the base that's on it, but it's definitely deeper than it looks in the pan. And I'm gonna show it to you guys again. I mean, they blend out beautifully, and this is all one shade, guys. Like, I didn't go into any other shade other than this one shade that I'm about to show you again. I'm impressed already because sometimes her shadows, I just be like, who did she have in mind? It clearly wasn't anybody of a deeper skin tone. I really like this shade. It's gorgeous, so pretty. Wow. Okay, and that was this shade right here. It didn't look like it would be that dark until I started, you know, dipping into the shade, and then it changed, which I am impressed. Very nice. I'm gonna go into this kind of reddish shade right here, which is called Brick. It's like a reddish brown. I'm gonna have to go onto her page and see what these shade colors are because I'm the worst when it comes to telling you what a shade is. Now this shade right here is actually showing up brighter than I thought it was gonna show up. I thought it would be a little deeper than what we had going on with this shade. I'm gonna just go back in with this dark brush. I'm gonna put that shade more on the lid. So I'm gonna put that shade Brick on the lid over here. It's a very pretty orangey red brown. That's what I see. I see a lot of pretty burnt orange in there, which is gorgeous. I'm gonna go back into the darker shade Floss, and it's really weird that these colors change and get a little more, I don't know, darker, maybe a little more smoky looking. That is so pretty, guys. It really is. The first brush that I used was the Morphe M441. In case any of you guys want to know what that was. I'm gonna go into the shade Robin. I just like the brightness in the inner corner of the eye. It just wakes up the eye a little bit. I said before I was gonna stop putting shadow on my lid before I put a shimmery shade on it. I still like to have a little brightness, and some of these shimmers don't usually have like a base color. It's a lot of kickback in this shade right here, Floss. That one has a lot of kickback. I'm gonna try this shade right here, Lush, which is a sparkling foil. It says apply with your finger or a dense eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna try my finger. Excuse my nails, guys. I'm trying to get these nails off so I could do them over. They would have definitely lasted. Only one of them popped off. Oh, that is cool. That is gorgeous, guys. That is pretty. I got a little bit of fallout under this eye, but it is very, very pretty. I'm gonna put a lash and a liner on, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm gonna be giving this Maybelline Poreless Jelly another try. It has 2% niacinamide in it, and I really enjoyed it when I tried it last month. So I want to try it again because I'm starting to think I'm allergic to niacinamide, but I don't think so because when I tried this one on, it didn't bother me. But then I tried, I'm gonna show you which one I tried on. That broke my whole entire face out. I couldn't understand it. I was like, what is going on? I always like to make sure I put primer in my cheek area, around my nose and my mouth, because my nose and my cheek area is where I have my most problem areas. So yes, and I put what's left over under the chin. I was loving this last month, so I want to see how it works under other products. As much as I said I loved it last month, I definitely want to try this Maybelline Poreless Jelly and see how it works. So yeah, I tried the Maybelline Grippy Serum, which also has 2% niacinamide in it. And when I say my face broke out, my face broke out. So I'm sure there's different ingredients in both of them, because this one is more of a thin serum-y feel. This one is more of a jelly kind of feel. So I don't know what the difference is, but this thing broke my face out. I have the Facebond Luminizer Soft Focus Highlighter, 3% niacinamide, and it's multi-purpose, so you can use it in so many different ways. I'm gonna swatch both of them for you guys and see which one I want to try under our foundation today while I let that primer sit on my skin. These retail for $34. It comes in 8 shades if I'm not mistaken. So I got a lighter one and I got a darker one, because I figured, you know, depending on what kind of look I'm going for. Okay, this one is Space Cowboy and this one is High Profile. So that's what they both look like. This one is more of a ready tone, a golden hour that lasts, all day wear, waterproof, smudge proof, and transfer resistant. Soft focus glow, light catching shimmer and radiance. Multi-purpose, all over illumination. Wear alone, mixed in or on top. I'm gonna get a brush and I'm gonna put some of this High Profile on my face. Put it all over. I'm not one of those people that like to put the product on my face, like straight on my face. I know a lot of people will do that. I don't, so I don't. It has a smell. That it does, it has a smell. But it's beautiful. I could see me wearing this by itself, just to give the skin a nice glow. It's so pretty. That shade is gorgeous. Yeah, this is definitely good for a regular, just run out the door. Mix it in with a skin tint. I could see that. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Do you guys see a glow? Like, did it give me a glow? I don't know. I don't know if I really see a glow. That I don't really see. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my forehead, but I don't really see a glow. I heard mixed reviews about this product, but I wanted to try it for myself because I love just a glow from within kind of look. And if it shows up under the foundation, like sometimes you can see it peeking through, that's all I need. I definitely see it on my forehead because my forehead has a lot of texture going on. I do see a glow, guys. I hope it doesn't make my foundation patchy. I used my Rare Beauty brow product today that I wasn't really happy with, and I like the way my brows came out. It actually did a good job for a change because I wasn't happy with it. Okay, so this dries down really nicely. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if it is any. It's like a little bit on my hand, so maybe it's not completely dry. I feel like my skin looks a little textured in this area, and down here it's a little, it's not smooth. All right, let's go into this silk foundation. This is the Revolution Silk Foundation, shade 13.5. They actually added, I want to say 3 more shades, but when I try this, I love this. This oxidizes quite a bit, guys. I actually have 2 shades. You want to try to go a little bit lighter if you can, because if you go darker, it's going to turn super dark. That's what the shade looks like on the back of my hand. That looks like a lot of product. This is one of my favorite brushes right now. The BK Beauty 116 brush. This has a nice amount of coverage. Very thin, like it lasts long. It looks beautiful on the skin normally without anything under it. So we're going to see how it works on top of that luminizer that we just tried. I hate when I put so much product on my face that it looks like too much. It looks like it's sitting on top of something, and I feel like I have to go get a sponge. My skin has not been in the best condition this week. It's, you know, that time of the month. Anytime I get a pimple on my face, you know, my body has had a bad month with eating. I thought I ate pretty good, but I guess I didn't. I don't know if you can see, like it looks super light, but in a few minutes you're gonna see it change colors because it definitely oxidizes. See the coverage? I mean, like it really covers up my hyperpigmentation, but it looks beautiful on the skin. I think I didn't put a moisturizer on that is moisturizing enough. I use the Neutrogena Hydra Gel. Sometimes, like, I think that's better for me in the summertime. This is it right here. Hydra Boost Water Gel. I think I need more than a water gel. I think the older I get, the more dry my skin becomes. Do you see how beautiful this foundation looks on the skin? It's gorgeous. So that is our Revolution Silk Serum. I'm gonna use this Too Faced Cream Bronzing Stick in the shade Chocolate Lava. I love this contour stick. It's the perfect shade. I love it. It smells so good too. This shade is so pretty. I hope it's showing up. But so far it looks like everything is blending in nicely. I think I do see kind of like a glow under the foundation. The foundation doesn't normally have this kind of a glow from what I remember. So I guess there is a glow coming through from the product that we put on. They actually just added more shades in this Too Faced Cream Bronzer. I want to say they added 3 more shades. I don't know how much better they could get with my shade, but I'm glad that they made shades for other skin tones. Can you see where the foundation oxidized? That's the shade. Such a pretty shade. It's not super warm, but it is really nice. Okay, so they added a shade called Chocolate Espresso, which is darker than the one that I have. I'm excited for these powders. I have these new blushes, and I'm not gonna add any other blush other than this. I'm just gonna use this on my face because I want to see how much they show up on the skin. So usually I would do a, you know, like a liquid blush, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna use these 2 blushes on the skin. Let's do the concealer. So I want to say this concealer retails for $8.99. It comes in 6 shades. I don't know why they only did 6 shades, but I love Revolution's concealer. This is dark orange, which is probably good as a color corrector and a concealer. That's why they made it dark orange, because orange usually cancels out, you know, discoloration or darkness on whatever area you put it on. I don't know if you guys could see. I don't know if something bit me or what. But anyway, I love Makeup Revolution products. This has a metal tip, guys. It feels so cooling. This has caffeine, and let me tell you what else it has in it, because it has quite a few ingredients in it, and it's supposed to be really good on the skin. Okay, it's the Revolution Skin Silk Radiant Serum Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. It says it's vegan and cruelty free. It does not contain any animal derived ingredients, approved by PETA as animal test free. It has caffeine, which is a reviving ingredient to awaken the skin for an energized appearance, hyaluronic acid, which is a super hydrator that binds water into the skin, and squalene, which is a vegan oil that helps to strengthen the skin barrier and prevent water loss for full moisture. I love the idea of this metal tip. It feels so cooling. Oh my god, it feels so cooling under the eye. It really does. I hope I like this one as much as I like the other one. This, when you stick it in the component, it like pops right back out. Like, it just lets you dip and then come right back out. Very smooth. It must be some kind of, I don't know if it's, I wouldn't say it's a suction because it would be sucking it in, but whatever it's doing, it's popping it right back out, which I love that idea. It's like the air pops it right back out. I don't know if this dries fast. It's a very thin consistency. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of watery like. Now this applicator doesn't pick up a lot of product. Let's see what the coverage is like. See if there's anything else about this concealer that I can tell you. It looks like the kind of product that I'm going to let dry, blend out, and then put the lighter color. It looks like it might just move. Okay, it says Revolution's first weightless Radiant Serum Under Eye Brightener with a cooling metal applicator is here. Enriched with a skin-loving formula to hydrate and revive your under eyes. It's available in 6 flexible shades. This lightweight fluid formula glides on for a youthful, radiant look. Wear alone for a brightened look, or under concealer for an additional coverage. Oh, okay. So we may have to do that. So it's sheer weightless buildable coverage. Suitable for all skin types, fragrance free. Okay, so the 2 colors that I have, which is tan golden, is for medium to tan skin tones with a golden undertone. Dark orange is for a medium to dark skin tone with a golden or orange undertone. I have this new brush from Morphe. I usually love Morphe brushes. This is the Morphe M132. I hope that it works wonderful. Blended out my concealer. Now that blended in really nicely. It looks like it's showing up super orange on the skin. Now I can tell you this, I don't like this brush already. I could just tell. Like, I know what I like. I had it the wrong way, guys. I had it the wrong way. So this is definitely more of a color corrector than a concealer. Now it blends in nicely, but I don't think that it gives a lot of coverage because I still see my dark circles under my eyes, and I still don't love the brush. I mean, it's okay. I'm gonna use it because I bought it, but it's not something that I would be like, oh, let me pick up another one. Okay, so I'm gonna try the lighter shade and see if it helps any, but I don't think so. I think this is a very thin formula, and it's good to, I don't even know if it's really good to color correct because I still see the darkness under my eyes. I love the concept, but I'm not loving. Yeah, it's so thin, I don't even see how it could give that much coverage. See, it's very streaky going on. Okay, so this has 0.35 ounces of product in it, and the Danessa Myricks is 0.39, so it's not much different. The Danessa Myricks is a little more pricey. This one says vegan, clean ingredients, cruelty-free, lightweight powder that sets makeup, smooth skin for a soft, focused finish with up to 10 hours of breathable wear. 10 hours is not really a long time because to me, like, if you work 8 hours and it takes you an hour to travel, you have just enough time to get in the door before your face basically falls apart with 10 hours. But I like About Face, so we're gonna see. This superfine loose powder doesn't look cakey and provides a shine-free, soft matte finish. Formulated with more natural alternatives and skin-loving ingredients, Curtain Call helps reduce shine for a velvety, smooth look. Available in 7 skin toning and inclusive shades that effortlessly co-stars over the Performer. I love the Performer. I didn't like it at first, but I love it. Okay, it says oil balancing rice powder and a corn-based talc alternative for a cleanly formulated, shine-free, smooth finish delivered in a compact with a bouncy mesh sifter and powder puff. So it's silicone and talc-free. And it got 4 stars. All right, let's see if we need real concealer over this. This does not have a lot of coverage, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put this Revolution concealer on in shade C12. This is one of my favorite concealers, drugstore or not. It's just my favorite. Now we have like 3 layers of concealer. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I might as well open this up. That's the pretty shade. I hope it works well. I have high hopes for this, and I don't usually like to get my hopes up high for any product because I don't like to be disappointed, but we are going to see. I'm going to use my Natasha Denona powder. That's the lighter shade. Yeah, I definitely don't like this brush. What's so weird is I went and I looked at the Morphe collection and I wasn't impressed. Like, I didn't see anything that made me say, oh, I gotta have this at all. This is my favorite brush, this E8 brush. It just works so wonderfully. Now I don't know what these under eyes are gonna look like because we have so many layers of concealer, and if you look in the inner corner of my eye, you can see that this area right here doesn't have a lot of coverage. And I don't want to put too much more on because it's not really going to do much. It's going to make it look worse. So I'm going to put my powder on and just set it and hope that this powder works wonders. I'm setting all of the areas that I put my concealer in. How does that look, guys? Hopefully good. Okay, so now we're going to set our under eyes with the loose powder. I hate tops like this, but I guess we're going to use it today because we don't have a choice. I'm going to start with this lighter shade, Draped. And I'm going to pour some in the top. And I'm going to get a powder puff. A fresh, clean, brand new powder puff. And see how this powder works. Now, it already looks crepey under the eye, right? This side doesn't look crepey without this powder on it. So I just want you to see the difference. See how this looks nice and smooth and this eye looks crepey? So is it the powder? I feel like I definitely have to use this powder again because I don't feel like I gave it a fair chance with all of these layers of concealer. It's very finely milled though, and it feels like nothing. going on. It does look a little crepey, but we're gonna keep going. Now it does look like it's very oil controlling. If you look at just the oil in that area, and when you touch it, yeah, okay. So it looks like it's very oil controlling, which is wonderful. I'm gonna do under my eyes first, and then I'll set the rest of the face. I like the color. I think the shade gives enough brightness, so I do like the color. All right, I'm gonna use this brush right here. This is the Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm gonna take these two shades and just I'm gonna take this brush right here and I'm gonna go into this shade called Ren and just smoke it out. I have two of these Urban Decay Glide On eye pencils. I'm gonna swatch both of them and show you guys, and then we're gonna decide which shade we are going to wear. So that's the two pencils. They look a little bit different. This one is lighter. Let's see. These creamy, cushiony pencils are a must-have. They glide on, soft yet deliver long wear and waterproof color in a dizzying array of shades. So Beige Flag and Photo. I'm gonna try the pink one, Point Broke. I hate when that happens. This one looks like it's kind of shimmery if you see that. So yeah, we're going to see. It's definitely a shimmery shade. I don't know. I don't like it because it's not giving me the pop. It's not what I expected. I expected it to be more pigmented. This is shimmery and kind of sheer looking. It actually looks like one of the shades in the palette. I don't love it. You know, we're gonna leave it, but I'm gonna add something because I don't like it. I need to be able to see it, so we're gonna put some of this. That's just better to me, because the reason why I put it there is to add brightness, and I didn't see where that other shade was adding any brightness. It didn't really add anything. That's much better. Mascara, Lash Without Limits. Now we're going to set our face. The skin looks alright though, guys. If it looks like it looks a little crepey, like a little old to me. But we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna put some of this Applause in this top. It's a pretty red shade. It's very red. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that. I prefer a more neutral powder. I don't like when stuff makes my face look redder than it already is. I'm gonna tap it out, and we're just gonna, oh yeah, it's super red. Super red. That's what it looks like on the back of the hand. It's not a bad shade, but it's super, super red. I don't know if I like that. We're gonna see. I feel like I probably should have put some other blushes on, but I don't want to ruin it because I have some new blushes too, but I want to see how these shades stand out on their own. So we're going to use this Natasha Denona, and we're just gonna tap it all over our face to give us some uniformity. I'm gonna take this spray. This is the Maybelline Lasting Fix Makeup and Setting Spray up to 16-hour wear matte finish. I actually like it. It is very matte, so we're gonna use this. Oh. Okay guys, so the skin is looking really, really gorgeous, guys. So that's the Dior Deep Bronze. We're gonna use this today. I hope you can see it. Sometimes I need something a little deeper. It looks like it's showing up though, but it may not be deep enough. Did you guys notice how the foundation oxidized some? Because it does, but I love it. It's so good. Let me contour my nose. That's the garbage truck. Today is recycling and regular. Okay, I love that. I think that looks good, but I think I need a little bit more. I'm gonna just go in a little bit more with this. The skin is so smooth, guys. It is so smooth. Let's get to the blush, guys. I'm excited about these blushes. These are the Urban Decay Facebond Blush Suede. This is shade Sunset and Vine. And I know I've been saying like I'm not buying any more blushes, but I'm not buying any more blushes that I have already. Like I'm looking for something that I don't have. If I see a color that is something that I don't have, then I will purchase them. Okay, so these are two really pretty, like this is like a terracotta and this is like a pretty orangey. And I feel like they, although they're not the same colors that you see in this palette, they are very complementary to this palette. And mind you, I bought these shadows way before I bought this palette. So yeah, I had the shadows for a minute. I just never opened them. Let me tell you how much they cost. Okay, so the Urban Decay pencils, they retail for $23. These blushes, they retail for $24. They actually got 5 stars. It only comes in 7 shades. So they have other pretty shades, but I wanted something that I don't already have. So hopefully these are going to make us proud. Let me tell you what they claim. Urban Decay's Facebond Blush Suede is a long-lasting blush that provides rich color and all-day wear. This oil and powder formula is waterproof, sweat resistant, and fade resistant. It provides a blurred matte finish in 7 shades. All day wear, waterproof, sweat resistant, blurred matte finish, rich color that is fade resistant, fuses with skin for a natural feel, comfortable, weightless, breathable, maintains true color and matte finish all day, blurring effect for smooth appearance, buildable and high coverage without settling into fine lines, non-comedogenic, no parabens, phthalates, SLS or SLES. We are going to try Situationship first because it's the darker shade, and then we're going to top it off with Sunset and Vine. That is such a pretty shade. Let me, oh my god, it feels like velvet. It's so beautiful. That is gorgeous. Let me do the other shade because they look very similar now that I'm looking at it, because that one swatched the way I thought this one was. This one is definitely lighter. So pretty, guys. Okay, I am excited. Yeah, they feel they're very softly packed. And let's see. Oh, very pretty. That is gorgeous on the skin. And it kind of blends in. It's very skin-like. Like they said, it's very skin-like. It doesn't sit on the skin. It actually blends into the skin. And it's not accentuating that big pimple that I have on my face. I'm loving that. That is so pretty, guys. It doesn't have any luminosity, but it's just pretty. I love that. Okay. I could see me rocking these in the summer because these shades look beautiful on deeper skin tones. That's why I got them, and I don't have anything like this in a blush. I love the shade. It's gorgeous, guys. Really gorgeous. And this is Situationship. So pretty. It's like a pinky orange. Do you see like pink undertones in it? I do. I think this goes perfect with that Bloom palette. Look at how it complements the eyes. Like, it's gorgeous. I just want to blend this one in a little bit more. It's just so gorgeous. I love that. I'm telling you, it's nothing like a good blush, guys. Nothing like a good blush. Okay, I'm gonna go into the lighter shade, which is like a more brighter orange. Let's see. This is very island-esque. Like if you on vacation and you just want something to just brighten up what you have going on, this is gorgeous. I love it. So pretty. It kind of blends in nicely, but I don't think that I would wear these two shades together because, let me see, I don't want to put too much on because sometimes you can put too much on, but this is so pretty. Like, I thought it would be a little more contrasting than it is, but they actually blend in really perfectly together. I'm gonna go in with a little something darker to contour. I need a little more definition over here. I'm not seeing it from this bronzer. So this is the number 65 in powder from Sephora. I needed something more to give a little more dimension to the skin. Yeah, to me that's better. It just shows up a little bit more. So gorgeous. See the difference in what that did to the face? Yeah, I like that. It added exactly what I needed it to add. You know, I have to add a highlighter. I was talking to one of you guys last night, and you guys not reminded me of this, but it made me pull this out. This is the Sigma and Disney Highlight Seashell for the Little Mermaid. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this highlighter on, only because it's so gorgeous. And it's like a perfect shade for what we have going on here. It's just so pretty. At first I was gonna do the Gucci one, but this one is gorgeous. And it's not too much because I didn't add a lot. I just wanted something to wake up the look, and I think that is perfect. I just love when I can have a primer on that smooths out the skin, blurs the pores, and allows me to put a highlighter on my cheeks on top of all of the layers and still be smooth and beautiful. That makes me super, super happy. All right, I'm gonna put this on the tip of the nose. Gorgeous. And a little bit right here. I'm gonna go into this palette. I wanna do an inner corner highlight. Let's try this shade right here, Equinox. I heard them talk about that shade. Let's put that in our inner corner. It's supposed to be like a purpley. I think that is gorgeous. I'm gonna spray again. I'm gonna curl my hair first and then come back and do the lip and give you the finished look. But this is what we have going on so far. Everything is looking beautiful in my opinion. You guys let me know down in the comment section what you think. Okay. I'm loving it. So good. Okay guys, I'm back and this is our almost finished look. We're gonna do our lips now. Let me wipe these lips off. This is my Ulla Hendrix. I hate to waste it. I hate to waste it. We're gonna do a nude lip because I'm loving a nude lip right now. I'm gonna put a little bit of this brown liner from House Labs in my waterline because I feel like it looks too bright. I'm gonna put some on the side. I just feel like the line going across is just so bright. Okay, I think that's better. It doesn't look as stark as it did. I'm gonna put this lipstick on right here, Acting Natural. It's one of my favorites right now. Like, I'm loving it. All right, so anyway, this is one of the new MAC Maximal nude lips. This is number 624 Acting Natural. It's a silky matte. I love this shade. It's sort of like a peachy kind of nude. I love it. That's what the shade looks like. It comes out looking a little gray, but that's all right. We're gonna fix it. So I like that kind of reddish pink kind of color. And I'm gonna go into my Cross the Line, which is one of my favorites. I think it is my favorite liner right now. That lip line color is so good. I'm just gonna go in with a little bit more of this liner right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Huda Beauty Posh lip gloss on. Wait a minute, I need a little bit more. I love this lipstick. Okay guys, this is our finished look. I'm gonna go over everything that we used. I think this makeup look looks very pretty. I love these tones. I think this eyeshadow palette is gorgeous. It's like a pinky peachy kind of palette, but I love it. It's so beautiful, so perfect and neutral with a little bit of color for the summer, spring months. I think it just looks beautiful on the eyes. The formulas, of course, are perfect. They're so, so good. I'm definitely gonna do a full review on this palette, and I'm gonna show you some more looks that we can do with this palette, but I just wanted to do a first impression and see what my thoughts are of the Natasha Bloom palette, and I really like it. The next thing I used was this Maybelline Poreless Jelly Up to 24 Hour Hydrating Blur Primer with 2% niacinamide. First of all, it smoothed out the skin. The skin looks wonderful. Like I always say, anytime that I can have a primer on that keeps my makeup on, that works well outside in the elements and also allows me to put different layers on my cheek area and not accentuate my pores, it is a keeper for me. This is like $12. I love it. Just look how beautiful the skin is looking, guys. So good. Okay, so the next thing that we used was this Urban Decay Luminizer in the shade High Profile. I think it's a beautiful shade. I think the formula is very nice. I can't wait to use it with more products. Now, I did use it as a layer under my foundation. I feel like I see like a little bit of glow to the skin. I'm gonna try mixing it into a foundation the next time. I have 2 shades of it. I can't wait to try this one. I was actually gonna put it on my cheeks, but I decided against it because I didn't want so much of a glowy look. I think that the skin looks perfect the way that it is, but I think this was really good. It's comfortable on the skin, and I can't wait to see how well it works under other products. Then I used this Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. I love the Revolution concealers, the IRL filter. I have it on this desk because I used it. I don't know where it is. Anyway, you guys saw me use it. I like the other concealers. This is not even good as a color corrector. It's very thin, very water-like. It didn't add any brightness. It didn't cover up any imperfections. So it didn't give like a brightness under the eye. It didn't cover up anything under the eye. I had to add another concealer. I'm gonna pass on that. I don't recommend that. That's my first impression. I will try it again, but I don't really think I need to try it again because of the formula. It just didn't do anything for me. It's not a good color corrector for me. I don't think it's gonna work for anybody. I like the concept of the metal wand. It's really nice and cool it under the eye. But to me, like the colors, dark orange and golden tan golden, would have been perfect if there was a little more coverage. The consistency is so thin, it doesn't give enough coverage, and it didn't blink out any darkness under the eye. So I'm gonna pass on that. I don't recommend that. I may or may not try it again. I'm probably not gonna try it again, but I may or may not try it again. So I have 2 products that you guys didn't see me use on camera, but I did use them and I want to mention them. This is the Rare Beauty Brow. I don't know what it's called, the full name. I'll put it on the screen, but it did actually hold my brows in place. So how I used it was, because I know I had said before I didn't like this, I put it on first and I let it dry, and then I went in and filled it in, and it actually held everything in place. It's not my favorite product for brows, but I will use it again. I'm going to use it up until it's gone because I have 2 of them. So yeah, I use this Revolution Skin Silk foundation. It's not a new foundation, but they added new shades. If over the summer when it came out, or early spring last year when it came out, they didn't have a shade for you, they added some more shades, and I want to say they added 5 or 8 new shades. I'll put the amount of shades on the screen, but I love this foundation. It's so good. If you guys are looking for a new inexpensive foundation, I have so many foundations that I love. So many that I love right now, but yeah, this is good. Let's get to these blushes. These blushes are gorgeous, guys. I don't know if you can see how beautiful they look on the skin, how just like they're from within, like I'm really blushing, like somebody told me a joke or they gave me a compliment and I'm blushing. They blend in so beautifully on the skin. The colors are gorgeous. Now, they didn't have the contrast that I thought they were gonna have. This one is more of a terracotta. This one I thought was more of a bright pink. This is really nice. It does look good with this, but I can't wait to see what they look like separately, because I thought this would stand out a little bit more on the apples of my cheek than it did mixed in with this. So I can't wait to see how they work by themselves. But really nice formula, nicely pigmented, beautiful on the skin, didn't accentuate the pores. I highly, highly recommend these Urban Decay blushes. And this component is nicely weighted. They have a 24-month shelf life and they're made in the USA. Just in case you guys are interested in knowing. But I really like those. These powders, guys, I love them. So far, they look really good on the skin. Now, I'm going to film like 2 other videos with this same makeup. And I will let you know what my thoughts are. Probably in the comment section. If I love them or not. But so far, they look really, really good. Everything is smooth. I love the colors. It wasn't too dark. It wasn't too chalky looking. It didn't change the color of my foundation that much. And they just are beautiful on the skin. Very smoothing. And even with the amount of product that I had under my eye, when I set the under eyes with them and I set the skin with them, they look really, really good. And I don't know if you guys remember that I swiped the powder to just give a little definition here, and I never actually melted it in, and it kind of melted in on its own. Beautiful. I love these About Face powders. Now I'm going to keep trying them and I will update you on them, but so far I'm loving them. This Maybelline Last and Fix makeup spray, this is new to the channel too. I did use this, I think, in one video, but you know, I gotta keep trying it with different products to see how it works. But it definitely gives you a long-lasting matte finish. And it's actually transfer resistant. So I don't know if you can see that. I rub my face. I don't want to touch it too hard, but I did rub my face. Let me see if I rip a little piece of this tissue off. Okay, so this part has nothing on it. Let's see. And I just want to... Nothing came off. So... yeah, it's a really good setting spray. Inexpensive. So, you know, we're paying all of this money for these setting sprays that they don't even hold your makeup in place like some of these other inexpensive products do. I really love the finish of it. If you like a matte face, this is giving you matte. Like, this is matte and it's pretty. And I was going to spray my Morphe on it because, you know, I love the finish of the Morphe, but I wanted you guys to see what the actual finish of that product was, because some of you guys, I'm sure, love a matte face, and this makeup is gorgeous, guys. I mixed all these different tones together, the pinks and the oranges and just the gold, and it's beautiful. I love this makeup. I think this is very, very spring-like. It's beautiful. Okay, so I use this MAC lipstick in the color Acting Natural. This lipstick is a lipstick that you can do so many different things with. Some of you guys had mentioned before when I put this lipstick on that you didn't like it, but you can do so many things with it. Just look how I added the different tones into it. I used this kind of reddish brown lip pencil and then the brown to line it, just to get this really pretty kind of ombre look. I just think it looks really pretty, and it's very complimentary to this makeup. I want to say that's oh, and it was one other product that I was telling you guys about that I had used. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Liquid Eyeliner, the super slim 0.4 millimeter precise felt tip. I like it. It actually worked really well. I'm going to continue to use this. I have a lot of different eye products that I purchased that I never used, so I'm going to start using this as my liner. So yeah, okay, and let me just tell you about these pencils. So I bought these pencils from Urban Decay. And out of the 3 Urban Decay products that I have, this one I didn't love so much. This one is Photo and this one is Beige Flag. Okay, so this one is like a pearlescent kind of finish. I don't like this. It has a metallic kind of look to it, and I have a metallic pencil from NYX that's nice, but I don't like this one. It doesn't last long, and I actually don't care for this either. What's weird is the shades are really pretty. Like, this shade is really pretty, but it's so stark on the eyes, and I had to reapply this. Like, I put this on my eye maybe like 5 different times, and I felt like it didn't last. Now, when I washed my hand, it stayed on, but I had to like scrub to kind of get it off. But the formula of this, I'm a little disappointed. It's not as good as their other ones. I have a few different Urban Decay pencils. These are not as good as I thought they were going to be. So I'm going to use them because I have them, but it's not my favorite. Anything that I didn't go over is because it's something that I use quite frequently on the channel. Everything will be listed and linked below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this makeup, on these products. Will you try them? Have you tried any of them? Are they on your list to try? And I will see you guys in the next video. I love you, my precious jewels. Thank you so much for watching. Okay. Yes, look at this makeup, guys. It is so, so pretty. Yes, okay. Oh.